like helping people. I just love seeing people go from not feeling well to feeling well, and being able to see the smile in their faces, being able to see how they feel after, It's like buying a new car after you had a beat up car, you know what I mean? When you buy a new car, you like, wow, you want to smile from year to year, from one side of the earth to the other side of the earth because you got something new. Or when your car breaks down and you take it to the mechanic and it gets fixed and you back on the road. So that's why I like nursing, because I feel like a mechanic. I feel like the mechanic that help people become themselves. I helped the car get back on the road. Just because he had a little bit of non-tune-up situation, or they didn't take care of the situation when they were supposed to take care of it. It finally decided to break down, so it broke down. So let me explain to you about this thing that you guys got calling a hero. I don't like to be called a hero. I despise that word, hero. Why do I despise you calling me a hero? Because I love my job. And I'm not a fake a fake image of the hero thing that you guys want to call. I'm not a comic. I'm not in Hollywood. I am at work. Enjoying it at work. I get up every day. I love making people laugh for no reason. I love seeing people smile for no reason. So when I decide to wake up from my bed, because I want to see that smile for the day. But the reason why I'm coming to you right now, because I want to have a conversation. Because feeling happy and wanting to make people happy, I feel like it's getting overwhelming. With this pandemic going on, with the amount of people that we got coming in every day. I mean, at the CNA, the other day we had 17 patients each, 17 or 18 patients each, that we had to take care of. And it gets so overwhelming because half of these people that are coming in had a choice. When I mean had a choice, let me explain to you. I asked, so how did you catch the pandemic? He said to me, I asked one of the patients. He said to me, because the world opened, and then decided to open the bars, and my friends and I decided to go to the bar. And when we went to the bar, all of us got the pandemic. But if you really pay attention, this pandemic is some real stuff, And because it's real, you guys don't get to see what we see. You guys don't get to be deprived of what we get deprived from. We get deprived of the masks. We get deprived of the gowns, or people who are overweight don't have the proper PPEs that skinny people have. So what I'm saying to you about this pandemic is that we have a choice to stay home. We have a decision to make to stay home, to keep ourselves safe. And then we have this president that believes that opening the schools will help the economy grow. But in reality, opening the school is going to help society die. A lot of the world it's coming to an end. I feel like the world is coming to an end with this pandemic because we as CNAs and nurses and we get to see the last breath of that patient. We get to see them taking their last breath when something that could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. I literally I feel like it has affected me emotionally because as long as I've been doing this in the medical field, I've been doing this for maybe 20 years, 25 years, somewhere in the 20s, you know. I've been doing this since 1993. And when I first went into the field, I was like, okay, I'm going into this field not knowing what I'm getting myself into. I went into this field because I love helping people. I went into this field because I knew that it was going to help me raise my children. I also went into this field because I had other opportunities, but every time that my other opportunity presented themselves, I went back. I was like, I'm done with nursing. I don't want to be around nursing. But God was telling me, you need to go back because this is your calling. So I was like, fine, God, I am going to do what you desire of me to do. But for me to be in this pandemic where people are hurting themselves or people are dying, it is getting to many of us. Let me tell you how it's getting to us. Some of my coworkers, several of my coworkers have contracted the COVID. Why? Because somebody decided to not stay home when they're asked to stay home. Some of my coworkers have given the pandemic COVID to their families. Why? Because they decided to go out their house when they're not supposed to be going out their house. Some of my coworkers have quit because they're afraid. They're afraid to come home and give it to their children. So, you want to know what's really going on in the medical field? Let me tell you. In the medical field, this is what's going on. Families are being deprived and suppressed from seeing their families. The hospitals are not allowing people to come in to see their families. The nursing homes are not allowing people to see their families. No one is being allowed to come and see their family, but yet we're willing to accept that? How does that make sense? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that sometimes I see family members from outside the window saying goodbye to their family members, saying in the last minute of life. That's unfair. This is unfair. And yet you want to say that President Trump, the cause of this pandemic, is a good president? This man is the worst president we have ever had in society. He has killed too many of us. Too many, whether you're yellow, orange, or blue, white, I don't care what color you are. We are being killed by this president. We are being killed by this president. And when I tell you we're being killed, I don't want to be affected by this anymore. I want to continue doing my job. Everybody has had 3 months to recuperate from all this situation from the pandemic, and they have been able to have opportunities to reconnect with their family. No, we have not, as nurses, we have not had that opportunity. We are still required to go to work to save a life. Okay? We are still required to walk in here to not only save a life, but not going on our vacations. They took our vacations away from us. They we sometimes we have to come in to help the lack of staff we got in our hospital. Why we have the lack of staff is because of the simple fact that people are scared. Nurses are scared. We're human. We are human. So many of us are scared, especially those that are having babies right now. They're scared of all this that's going on. So I need you guys to pay attention to this situation. Okay? No one is able to see their families while they're in the nursing home, and no one is able to see their family while they're in the hospital. So when they tell you to stay in your damn house, stay in your damn house. Because as of right now, they do not have a cure. They will not find a cure. And as long as they don't find a cure, you are not going to be saved. Why? Because the pandemic is growing by the minute. I'm not a politician. I just experience the situation that takes place at my job every day. We come in here every day. They take our temperatures, but then we hear about people who have contracted the COVID within my own environment. Within my own environment. I don't want to be called a hero. Don't call me no hero. I don't want to hear that word again. I don't want to hear that word, heroes, because I'm not a hero. I am a human being that loves her job. I am a human being that enjoy helping people. I am a human being that love helping those that are in need. But I refuse for you to call me a hero when this hero right here doesn't feel it anymore. It doesn't feel like helping people no more. Because it's horrible to see people die. It's horrible to see people take their last breath. It's so bad. I mean, when are they going to consider us as humans? When are we going to be, oh, okay. You know what really killed it? Let me tell you what killed it. Okay? It killed it. Okay? I had a patient yesterday, okay, who was being released from the hospital because he had overcame COVID. But you know what killed it from that point? He said to me, my daughter's over there. She also has COVID. And her husband also had COVID. Why is all this happening? Because no one is taking in consideration the people that are not healthy enough to handle this pandemic. Stop being selfish. Stop being selfish on the behalf of yourself. Stop being selfish on behalf of your family. Stop being selfish on behalf of your parents. Stop being selfish on behalf of us. We want to live. I need to live. I want to see my grandchildren, if I ever get any. Please stay your ass at home. Thank you.